This is lesson 4.6, problem solving. It is found on pages 195 and 196 in your workbook. Did you know that everything has July 4th off except for fire? Yeah, everything takes July 4th off except for fire. You know, because fireworks on July 4th. Yep, it does. It really does. You can see it in the sky at night on July 4th. Moving along. So our learning target in this lesson will be to solve multi-step word problems, and we're going to be doing that. Now remember, we also did this with, I think, with decimals, right? We used the problem solving plan where we read the problem, find out what we know, find out what we need to know or what we need to find out, think about what we should do, and then solve the problem. So our example, 1 cup of dry dog food has 325 calories. You feed your dog 2 cups of dry dog food each day. How many calories does your dog eat in a 30-day month? So 2 cups each day, right? And then a 30-day month, they're going to multiply 2 times 325 and then multiply it by 30, and they get 19,500. So your dog eats 19,500 calories in 30 days. So they read the problem, they underlined or highlighted what they know, and then they highlighted what they need to find. How many calories does your dog eat a 30-day month? And then they thought what they should do. What they should do is do some multiplication. And then they solved the problem. That's what we're going to do. All right. So on each of our problems, I have put the problem-solving method so that we can think about that each time we come to a problem and solve it. All right, so I'm going to do number 1 with you, and then 3 through 6, what we're going to do is you're going to solve the problem, and then we'll go over it. All right, so your 8-pound cat eats 240 calories of dry cat food each day. How many calories does your cat eat in a day? All right, so we've read the problem. What do we know? Well, we know that your 8-pound cat eats 240 calories of dry cat food each day. All right, what do we need to know? We need to know how many calories your cat eats in a 30-day month, right? So what should we do? Now, here's the thing. Sometimes word problems give you numbers that you don't need. Here's the example. This 8 pounds, we don't need that to solve the problem. We don't. It's just telling us that your cat weighs 8 pounds, okay? 240 calories a day is what your cat eats, and they want it. They want the calories that it eats in 30 days. That's all you need to do. So that 8 doesn't need to be used in the calculations. All right. And so now we solve the problem. So I'm going to drop my 0, and then I'm going to start in the tens place. That's why I have my 0 there. Remember, because it's 30, not just 3. So 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry that 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So 7,200 calories. So we read it, found out what we need to know, or what we know, then find out what we need to know, then think about what we should do, then solve the problem. That's what you should do each time. All right, so on number 2, I want you to read it and then solve it. Do all this in between. All right, so go ahead and solve that, and then we'll go over it. All right, so hopefully you understood that it already gave you the numbers. How many more calories does your dog eat than your cat? Well, how many calories did your dog eat? 19,500. We found that out in our example. And then number 1, we found out how much the cat eats. 7,200. Oh, some of you thought this was going to be all kind of multiplications. It's not. It's not always that. So let's not assume that. Let's make sure that we're reading and understanding what it wants us to do. All right, so 0, 0, 3, 2, 1. 12,300 calories. 12,300 calories. All right, number 3. Number 3, read that and solve it. So there's a couple of ways you could solve this problem. First time you can do it, or first way you can do it, do 2 times 240, because 2 hours each day. You did 2 hours, that's per hour, so that's 480, and then 2 weeks would be 14 days. Yeah, each day for 2 weeks. So 4 times 0 is 0, 4 times 8 is 32, carry that 3, 4 times 4 is 16, 16 plus 3 is 19, and then I just need to put 480 because it's multiplied by 10, so 0, 2, 17, 6, 6,720 calories. 6,720 calories. Now I'm going to show you the other way. So the other way could have been, well, I take 2 hours each day, 2 weeks, so 2 times 14 is 28, and so I'm going to take 240, multiply it by 28. 8 times 0 is 0, 8 times 4 is 32, carry that 3, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 plus 3 is 19, drop my 0, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 2 is 4. So 0, 2, 17, 6. So same way, the same way. All right, and you know, if you did it the what is it called? That lattice form, the lattice method. If you did it that way, you still should have got 6,720. Maybe I should show you that real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to pause it, do the lattice method, and just show it to you. All right. All right. So that's what the lattice method would look like, and you would get 6,720. Alrighty, let's go on to number 4. All right, and again, you're using that table. Read it, do the problem-solving method, and then solve the problem. All right, so you jogged 2 hours a day, 5 days a week for 4 weeks. How many calories did you burn? My goodness. Okay, 2 hours a day. Jogged. Where's our jogging? There it is, 580. So 2 hours a day, 5 days a week for 4 weeks. So 2 times 5 times 4. 2 times 5 times 4. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 4 is 40. So I'm going to take 580, multiply it by 40. Everyone see where I got that? 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, for 4 weeks. All right, I did 2 times 5 times 4. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 4 is 40. All right, so 0 times 0, we did all those zeros there, right? Just drop my 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 3 is 23. So 23,200. 23,200. And again, let me show you the lattice method. I'm going to pause and show you what it's going to look like. All right, that's what the lattice method would have looked like. All right, moving on to number 5. Moving on to number 5. I hope you're seeing that what you should be doing there, multiplying these and then multiplying it by whatever calories you burned. All right, go ahead, read and solve with the problem-solving method, number 5. All right, so 2 times 6 is 12, and 12 times 8 is 96. What am I going to multiply 96 by? Basketball. Where's basketball? 370. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 4 is 22. Carry my, or drop my 0. 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 6 is 33. So 0, 2, 5, 5, 3, 35,520. And here's what the lattice method would look like. You would still get 35,520. Well, all right, last one. Last one, you're reading it and then solving it, doing the problem-solving method. As a matter of fact, you get this one right, I'm going to give you some Jolly Ranchers. Yes, Jolly Ranchers, not just one. All right, so hopefully that'll motivate some of you. All right, so you practice your parkour moves 2 hours each day for 2 weeks. So 2 hours, 2 weeks. You practice jiu-jitsu 2 hours every other day. Means I'm going to do it every other day. That means 7 days. So I got 28 plus 14. That's going to be 42. Then I'm going to take 42 and multiply it by 740. All right, so let me erase this part. 740 times 42. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry my, or drop my 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry my 1. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus 1 is 29. So we get 0, 8, 10, 11, and 3. 31,080 calories. 31,080 calories. Yeah, you know, depending upon how many people got it right, it's how many Jolly Ranchers they got, because this was a challenging one. All right, let me show it to you in the lattice method again. All right, so that is what the lattice method looks like. Well, all right. Our learning target was to solve multi-step word problems. Hopefully you can do it on your own. I really think you can if you read it, figure out what's going on in it, right? Figure out what you know, what you need to know, what you need to do, and then solve it. I believe in you. I think you can do it. Just do this method here. I can use the problem-solving plan. And, you know, if you're number 4, you can help those who are in number 2. And you know what? If you still need help with it, I love you. So I'm always willing to help you. Have a good one.